Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. This is a guide to self-improvement, and we're going to focus on the three main pillars to improve yourself, which are your spiritual, mental, and physical. I kind of ordered these in the order that I think is most important, but to truly speak on it, honestly, if you don't prioritize your physical, it can impact your mental and then also your spiritual. So these are very closely intertwined. So I can't really say that one's more important than the other, but if I really were to have to say that one is more important than the other in terms of ranking, then I would put it in this order. So just keep that in mind. So hope you guys enjoy this video. So it's just a beginner's guide. So basically, a lot of things in life, in my opinion, can be branched into these three groups. And you may ask yourself, what about finances? Well, if you learn a skill, which is a mental thing, you learn the knowledge that you need in order to make money. Then once you apply that, that's an increase in your finances. That was a mental improvement. This is like what I do, guys, to get better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe each category: spiritual, mental, and physical. And then I'm going to show you guys daily things that you can do to improve this category. And just keep in mind that it's a little bit of effort consistently over time, the thing that I preach all the time. And it gets worse before it gets better, in the sense that it's hard to change at the beginning, guys. But the more that you do this, the easier it becomes. I'm just going to take a little sip of water here. So just keep in mind, it's slow progress over time that makes results. Cheers. So you want to have a vision. If you don't know where you want to be headed, you're basically blindly going to be chasing something. So you don't need to have everything in detail described as to what you want to achieve, but you want to know at the core what it is that you want. And then you can change your goals. You can change things as you learn, obviously, because you can't know everything. But then over time, you should stick to your core beliefs, but you should continue to improve over time. So just keep that in mind. You want to start out and just have a vision. All right, first category. So we're going to talk about spiritual. So that's a little bit controversial, question mark. And not in my opinion, but to the world it is, because there's so many religions. Everybody's going to have their own beliefs. But to let you guys know plain straight out, I'm a Christian. I do want to just close your eyes and just kind of listen to this part. If you look out into the sky, you see how vast space is, how incredible our bodies are, how complex the microscopic world is, how jaw-dropping the oceans are, how fine-tuned our nervous system is to be able to communicate between our body and brain via electrical signals. Electrical signals is what creates the sense of sight, touch, hearing. It's really incredible, guys. There's no way that this was all an accident. So what I suggest you do is I suggest that you try to search to figure out what the reason that we were created for is, and also how were we created. So I want you to search for life's meaning. Pray to God. I put that in quotation marks because some of you might already have a religion or be predisposed to a religion. But just pray out to God or to whatever. If you want to just start, if you don't have a faith, you just want to pray out into the quote unquote universe, then just pray out to the universe and start searching, because we are truly, in my beliefs, meant to be with our Creator, and one day we will be. And you'll find that nothing else in life, not riches, not fame, there's no pleasure in this world that will satisfy you truly and completely as being with our Creator. So this is obviously very important. So how do you actually get towards this improvement in your spiritual? So I suggest reading your Bible every day for just 10 pages or more. Pray every day for about 10 minutes or more. Go to church and be involved in groups and be involved with other people that have the same beliefs as you. But even if you're searching, but definitely once you solidified what you think you want to chase after, you need to do something that's going to consistently reaffirm your beliefs, because this is something that you believe in. So then you want to also just be around people that'll strengthen you. Just like if you believe something about, your fitness, and you think that other people are wrong about something, you're obviously going to branch towards the group that believes in the same thing as you, because that's just the part of the group that you're a part of. And just remember just how insignificant we are. If you look at the ocean, we haven't even gone to the very depths of the ocean. We can't even go that far. I don't even think we're able to. We're discovering new species every day, guys. There's so many things. We're at the mercy if a tornado swings by, we're at the mercy of a tornado. We're at the mercy of things that we cannot control. We are so insignificant in the grand scheme of this universe. And it's not to say that we're not important, because God does believe that we're extremely important, so much so that he died for our sins to save us. So we're obviously very important to him, but just keep in mind how insignificant we are, in the sense of just let go of your ego. All right, let's move on to the next category. So the mental. So honestly, guys, your perspective and the way that you believe is such a crucial part of what you can actually achieve in this life. Mental is also very, very important. So you got to figure out what are your limiting beliefs. And honestly, in this life, unless you become aware of things, then you don't actually know what you don't know. So you have to start thinking, you have to start gaining knowledge, gaining wisdom by application. And then the way that I kind of think of it, and I could be wrong in this, I haven't really fully done a ton of research on it, but the application of your knowledge is kind of wisdom, and knowing when to apply it as well is wisdom. And so the thing is, guys, you need to be exposed to things. So you need to read books, you need to take advice from people, or just listen to people and see what their perspective is, to realize things that you didn't even know things that you didn't even consider, things that you wouldn't even have thought of, which there's plenty of them. And it doesn't mean you need to follow that advice or to believe the way that that person believes, but you should just be aware of these different perspectives and the different things that are going on in the world. You also don't want to define yourself too strictly. Now, it's important to believe certain things about yourself at the core, and to have your main purpose in your beliefs and the things that are like your roots, like stay true to your roots. But you want to define yourself loosely, so that you don't put yourself in a box and limit what you can be and achieve based on things that you don't think are possible. Because there's plenty of stuff, guys, like we didn't think that we could be able to fly using airplanes in the past. Like it was a complete hoax as to whether we could have done that, and look at where we are today. We're thinking about potentially using rockets to travel instead of planes, and who knows, maybe it'll become a thing, maybe it won't be. But at one point, even a car was something unimaginable, and the idea of driving a car was people thought like Ford was crazy for thinking of this stuff. But now look, like we're all using cars, and we're using electric cars, and people are obsessed with cars and modifying cars. And at one point, it was even crazy to think that we could even have this thing up and running. So don't put yourself in a box, because you never know what you can actually achieve. And just coming back to also just a very important thing is you want to keep positive thoughts, but not just positive thinking. You also want to keep a positive emotional balance, because thoughts are basically connected to your brain, but emotions are connected to your body, and you want your brain and your body aligned. And you don't want to imagine and rehearse negative situations in your head, either things that didn't even happen. So don't imagine random situations, and don't rehearse and go over and over and over in your head an argument that you have with somebody, making it actually way worse than it actually was in real life. Like you're inflating the conflict to become something that it wasn't, and making it a higher magnitude of something that it wasn't. So how do you actually improve in your mental? So one big thing is just meditation for 10 minutes a day. You want to focus on the person that you were, and then focus on the person that you want to be. And the reason that you focus on the person that you were is that so you can be aware of the person that you were being, so that once you imagine the person that you are, you can basically flip the script as to what you were acting like, as to what you want to act like. And you know also what to avoid, not just what you want to be. And I recommend, guys, reading the book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza, because this book has literally changed my life and the way that I think and live. Because the first thing that you have to do is realize that what you think about is what you focus on, and your thoughts will cause you to take action, and what you take action on repeatedly will form subconsciously a habit, and then your habit forms basically like your personality, and then your personality forms your personal reality. That's a bit of cool wordplay on you there. But basically, you want to let go of the old you, focus on the new you, and meditation just helps you to develop that clarity. Also, you want to be reading and listening to books. With the production of Audible and audiobooks, guys, even if you're not able to sit down and read and you want to multitask, but you're able to still effectively listen to the book, audiobooks are such a good option to have. And basically, guys, books are a cheat code like video games. You basically get to skip all of the errors that people made and just get to gain the knowledge that they gained from all of their years of experience. So like, why wouldn't you just take this information that people struggled with for years and quote unquote wasted time, and you can skip all that wasted time and just start off with all the knowledge that they gained. It really is truly, if you think about it, a cheat code. All right, so last category, we're going to talk about the physical. So really, your body is an immediate sign as to what you do in your life and what your habits are. Unfortunately, if you're overweight, people can immediately sense that, you don't take care of yourself. And there's so many different variations of what this could look like. You could be somebody that exercises a lot but just eats too much, and they're not aware that even eating healthy, eating too much foods that you think are healthy but contain a lot of calories, and not moderating those calories can still make you be having excessive body fat, versus somebody that just doesn't work out and also eats unhealthy but eats maybe a little bit less calories but isn't as active. Therefore, they look just about the same as somebody that is active but eats more calories. And honestly, whether you like it or not, guys, people are going to look at you and immediately form an opinion on you. And of course, that can change. But no matter what, you have to realize that people will judge you based on how you look. If you're more disciplined, it's going to reflect in the way that you look. And it's okay to not like where you're at. And guys, if you're not following my Eating for Fat Loss series, please check it out. It's the short series. I'm probably going to do another 2 months of it. I'm planning to get pretty lean, but also staying lean. And it just really documents that process of me getting lean. And right now I am lean, but I'm also trying to get leaner. So it's okay for me to not like how I look, but I'm doing something about it to change it. And I will get to where I want to be, and then I'll maintain it. So it's okay to be a work in progress. We can control the way that we look, guys. And you don't have to be shredded. You just have to be at a healthy body fat, depending on whatever your goals are, and just be healthy. A kind of funny saying that I have in my head, that how I kind of think of this is, if you don't spend your time in the gym and you don't spend your time in the kitchen meal prepping, you're going to spend your time at the doctor's office, or you're going to spend your time waiting for your medication refill at the pharmacy. All right, so how can you actually improve your physical? Now, the first thing you want to do is to moderate your calories. Then you want to eat healthy, because you can't outwork a bad diet. You want to weight train plus do cardio. You don't have to weight train obsessively, but I would recommend doing a little bit of weight training, because it improves your muscular strength, which just makes you more functional in life. And it also makes you look good. Let's face it, aesthetics are a big part of why we work out, because we want to look good as well. Look good, feel good, improves your confidence, improves your mental. That can also impact basically every single area of your life. But you also just want to be active in some sort of way. So if you like playing tennis, then play tennis consistently and you'll be very active. And then you can do a little bit of strength training. So you don't have to become like another gym bro, even though I am a gym bro. I'm not forcing you to become a gym bro. But what I do, guys, is I do 3 days of weights per week, and then I have 4 days therefore that are off days. But what I try to do is one good intense cardio session per week, and then potentially another 1 to 2 more cardio sessions that are a little bit more medium to lower intensity, and at least around 1, sometimes 2 full days off the gym. However, if I want to go for a walk with my family, a hike, I want to go, do something out, go shopping, and you take a lot of steps, you can still be active, but you don't actually have to like work out. But it's just a nice active week. Just and this is you've probably noticed this, like with my read 10 pages, pray for 10 minutes. The whole idea is just focus on consistency and just don't do too much. You want to start slow. And I work out for about an hour or less. I do about 30-minute cardio sessions. Like I said, 1 intense one per week, and then 2 moderate ones, or sometimes 3 moderate ones, or sometimes just 1 extra moderate one. So it really depends. It's all just about showing up and being consistent. So momentum, guys, is something that you need to create, and it's extremely hard, because when you want to change, you may have the knowledge to change, but it's so hard to change because of 2 main factors. And one, it's because forming a new habit is hard, and also breaking an old habit is also hard. So you're fighting against a double whammy, is what I like to call it. But you just need to start with a little bit and show up. And eventually it's going to feel weird when you don't do the thing that you're supposed to do, because it's kind of become a part of your identity. And then honestly, just like when you were a baby and you were learning how to crawl and then eventually you learned how to walk, crawling becomes easy, so then you try to walk, and then you can't walk for very long, but then eventually you can walk longer, so then you try to walk longer, and then eventually you learn how to walk properly, then you learn how to run, etc., etc. You become a marathon star. The whole point is, over time you can put in more effort as you reinforce that habit, and then you won't feel overwhelmed, and this will prevent you from giving up, because people start with way too much on their plate, try to change too many things at once, and fighting against that double whammy of forming a new habit and breaking an old habit, they just end up giving up. So don't be a part of that group. I believe in you guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped you guys out, and I'll catch you guys in another video as usual. Take care and peace out.